Welcome back to another video. My name is Henrik and today we're going to be looking at the all-new Ford Puma in the Generation E or the Gen-E. It's on the same platform as the normal Puma, but it still offers quite a lot of changes and you get a full electrical vehicle now on here. So we're going to look at all the changes that they've made, look at all the technical changes. We're not going to be able to drive it today because the car is only going to come out or start production in February. Currently there's only 4 vehicles of these in the world. So we're going to look at everything that this car offers and let's get right into it.
The best-selling model of Ford in Europe is now available in the full electric variant. We got the price of the car after we were shooting the video, so the starting price is 36,900 euros and for the premium one around 2,000 euros more. When it comes to the leasing, that's what they're kind of focusing on, 299 euros per month for 48 months with 10,000 kilometers of yearly usage. Then you will also have to pay 3,000 euros upfront for just your extra costs. But can it stack up to competitors? We'll find out later in the video.
So there's 2 different variants that you can get. You can get the normal Puma Gen-E or you can also get the premium variant that we've already seen on quite some other models from Ford. What does this car offer with that premium? Well, you get a different sound system in the inside. You get matrix LED lights with the premium one. Otherwise, you get full LED lights with high beam assistance. Also with the electrical variant, you don't get a front grille in here. You just have the indication of a grille that you get from the normal Ford with this black line around and a big Ford logo. Down there also some real air intakes and a little bit of changes that they have made towards the side here, just for a little bit better electrical range and CV value. This car offers a CV value of 0.29. And the car is not going to have any different variants when it comes to the powertrain. You get one for the premium and the standard one, which is going to be 168 horsepower with 290 Newton meters, 0 to 100 in around 8 seconds and top speed of 160 kilometers an hour with front wheel drive. And the car is going to weigh in at around 1.58 tons. And one thing that's also the same compared to the normal Ford, because it is on the same platform, you're also going to have your charging port on the left side where you would normally fuel up the car with the normal Ford. You can flip this up and then you will have a 43 kilowatts an hour net usage of the battery. Brut usage, I can't tell you. And if you flip it over, you are going to be able to charge this car with 100 kilowatts. That's going to allow you to go from 10 to 80% in 23.3 minutes or 23.2 minutes and allow you a total range of up to 374 if you, for instance, drive in the city up to over 500 kilometers. That depends, however, on the rims that you have. You can choose between 17, 18 and 19-inch rims. We have the optional 19-inch rims. With the premium variant, you get the 18-inch standard-wise. And if you get the normal variant, you're going to be looking at 17-inch rims. Depending on those, every inch that goes up on the rims, you're going to be looking at around 10 kilometers of less range. Otherwise, a very nice sloping design here on the side, and there's a couple of changes towards the back that we will look at as well, but let's now also look at the dimensions.
The car is going to be 4 meters and 21 long, 1 meter and 80 in width, with the side mirrors extended 1 meter and 93. It is also 1 meter and 55 tall and has a wheelbase of 2 meters and 59. Also a turning circle of 10.5 meters. When it comes to the competitors, there are a couple. For instance, an Opel Mokka with 36,000 euros in starting price, also offering a 54 kilowatts an hour battery, so a little bit more, or quite a lot more, 11 kilowatts an hour, with a theoretical range up to 403 kilometers combined. Then there's also the new Skoda Elroq, which is going to start at 33,900 euros and get a 52 kilowatts an hour battery size, so also a little bit cheaper. And you can also pick up the ID.3, which is, well, not a main competitor, but also a fairly decent comparison, for 33,333 euros with a 52 kilowatts an hour battery with a range up to 388 kilometers. And they always have fairly decent leasing offers for that, under 299 euros, even 250 euros, and also has a turning circle of 10.2 meters. So does it stack up? What do you think? Is the price a little bit too high, considering that you get the smallest battery size compared to its competitors? What do you think with the efficiency that the Puma offers? It is quite competitive.
And that change is, for instance, that you get a different roof spoiler. This has been extended a little bit on length and also lowered a little bit, again, to get some more aerodynamic flow. A fairly big rear window. Gonna have to see how that looks from the inside when it comes to surrounding view. Typical Ford Puma lights here with also full LED lights. One thing that is different, the Puma logo or the text in here is going to be in full white. That is only available for the full electric variant. Well, it comes standard-wise. You can also get up to 750 kilograms of towing capacity if you opt for that extra. This, however, is also supposed to unlock like this. Didn't do it the first time. Let me back up and then go closer. There's a problem with the 12-volt battery in here because it's been just standing around the whole time, so let's just do it like this, and you can pop it up as well. It's a full electrical one. That sensor you can get with a comfort package. With the normal variant, the premium variant is going to have that standard-wise. And down here, this is quite tremendous because you get a lot of storage space. 523 up to 1,283 liters, because this down here has been moved from a mega box up to a giga box, with also a drainage down here, so you can, for instance, put some cooling in there, or you can even wash your dog like it was in an old ad. And up to 100 kilograms can actually, well, be put in here, down here. So I could theoretically sit in here fairly comfortable if I go down like this. I mean, that's so cool. You can have like a hot tub in here, you know, just put some water in here and then, well, enjoy a little, even a cold bath or something like that, or just look out to a nice view. But that's pretty cool. You can also, on the towing hook, tow up to 750 kilograms, like I already mentioned, or put 75 kilograms on top of it. But electrical, and also does some nice beep 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 sounds. And in the front, you will also have a little bit of a frunk, so you can put up to 43 liters in here, where you can put your charging cable and also the optional towing hook in there, so a little bit more storage capacity if you want that. So quite a lot of versatility of this car for its storage capacity. So join me in the inside now, where you can see it looks a little bit different than your normal Ford that you might expect. The new Ford Puma does also get this design, so not too much difference. One thing that you will notice up here, this big soundbar, which does take a little bit of view away. But you do get the big B&O sound system with 10 speakers. If you get the premium variant, standard one, you just get, I think, 6 speakers if I'm not totally mistaken. Fairly big steering wheel with also bottom out here on the bottom with a flat out steering wheel. Physical buttons, always love to see that. A lot of piano black, however, here for instance, and down here you will see dust scratches. There's already scratch in here. And this car has 17.5 kilometers on the dash. Up here also inductive loading space, like to see that as well. Climate control is everything through the touch infotainment system. In it, however, you get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto wirelessly. Otherwise, for instance, you get navigation, sound system, stuff like that. Let's see how quickly that also works. There is most likely also going to be route planning in there. You can see here, well, most likely, because you can also see how much range you theoretically get where you would be driving with, and that circle is going to show you that. We'd get all the way up to Belgium and even into France, just like Germany almost did back then. In the electric cars, you also get these two-tone color, which is, for instance, also in the Explorer. This like gray and also black touches. Quality, yeah, is fairly decent. Up here, this is a little bit of a nicer material. Otherwise, you get hard plastic there, down here. Physical buttons for your windows, though. I always like to see that. And also these very nice premium seats, which you do get with the higher variants. These feel very nice as well. And this like Alcantara kind of stuff here, like suede leather. I always like to see that. Two cup holders down here, a little bit more storage space down if you want to check that out. And also under the center console, there's the USB-C and also a normal USB. Don't know if you're going to be able to see that down there, but there I am. Hello. There's a little bit more storage space down here. Otherwise, the seating position, yeah, I think it is a little bit slanted. The seat is all the way down. I'm 5'11". 1.80 meters. You can see headroom is actually not that much. Panoramic window opens up a little bit more space if you're sitting a little bit more like this. But if I'm going forward, I am going to hit my head against it. Most of the times you're not going to do that. But I am on the very bottom of the seat. Lumbar support standard-wise as well. You can get the comfort or the winter package, which will get heated front, heated seats, and also heated steering wheel, which is going to cost you extra, however. But you can get that in the lowest variants. So seating position is, well, a little bit not that nice, I gotta say. The battery is fairly high, so you are not going to have that much support here for your upper thigh. Seating position here, 5'11" or 1.80 meters. You will be able to snug your knees in there a little bit, but otherwise footroom is also not that much plenty because the roof at the bottom is just so high. So you can see here footroom is okay, but not too much. Otherwise, seating position is fairly comfortable. And the seats, these are fairly comfortable. You get two USB-Cs down here, also a 12-volt charging port there, and also you just don't have a big center fold in there, so you do have quite a good amount of storage space there. Well, footroom, I gotta say. Otherwise, with the panoramic window here, this is actually a little bit better because you do have a little bit more headroom on the side. I also have quite plenty if I go all the way to the side. Still got like 3-4 centimeters, so that is actually fairly decent. And you get this panoramic window here in the back as well, which if you do like this, then you have a little bit of shade in there. Otherwise, I think it is okay in the back, but over long distance wouldn't be the most comfortable.
So what is my final verdict on the static review of the Ford Puma? It's a car that offers quite a lot, especially when it comes to the efficiency of the car with only 13.1 kilowatts an hour. That's a very efficient car. We'll have to see that in a consumption test in the future, if it actually is that efficient or if the battery just doesn't do justice. When it also comes to the storage capacity, the car is also very versatile and offers quite a lot of trunk space, which is very big in this segment. Otherwise, it's a car that also gets a lot of standard equipment. However, the price is also fairly high. It's a car that offers the least amount of kilowatts an hour in its segment for the main competitors, and just a little bit of a higher price. So what do you think of the Ford Puma? Let me know in the comments, and hopefully we'll see you in another video. Bye bye.